fantastic. Thank you.
No, thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
This is real good.
Are we back?
I'm gonna bring us back. We only have a couple minutes before the music starts again, so I'm gonna bring us back, even though Nate's not here, and we'll just.
Okay.
Royce, think of a question. You got like 20 seconds.
I got one.
Okay,
I
good.
got one.
Perfect. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's the Long Play Listening Party.
He like, think of a question. Figure it out.
So Long Play Listening Party, part 2 with Stik Figa. We're going to be going, let me get the song titles here. We're going to hear Gold Laces, Thank You Lord, Nowhere Part 3, which are like singles leading up to East of MacVicar Ave. And I tacked on the Stik Figa EP for good measure because I like it. So
thank you.
So I put it on there. Royce, you got a question.
So in the last episode, you talked about having mixed feelings, and I know I'm kind of at the age too where I've been doing a lot of reflecting, and some of my mixed feelings are just the fact that like I'm so disconnected from that community and everything that's going on, and even when I go back, it's like it's familiar, but it's not familiar. You know what I mean? So I'm just curious if, you know, when you say you had mixed feelings, what exactly are you talking about?
Yeah, well, the main thing was, am I gonna be able to like grow in this particular environment anymore? Like, have I hit a ceiling of or done everything that I can do with the tools that I have and with you know what the soil is? You know, you can only till certain sorts of soil. Like you can't grow anything anywhere. Like there's like that's the most basic thing I understand about like watching farmers and all that kind of like it's the same thing applies to us as people, right? So I mean I can't grow a watermelon in Antarctica. That's not how that works. So I wanted to make sure that I could take my kids and those seeds and the things that I have to a place where I can grow. Even though I'm always miss it and love it. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of who I am as a person. At one time I could grow there, but things like that can't be forever, you know? So that was what it is for real.
Give you all, it'll never be enough. The devil on my
When you selecting beats, man, what are you looking for?
Cold feet, know the street heating up.
Yeah, you hear me?
What was that?
When you selecting beats, man, what are you looking for?
Dang it. I thought I turned it. Hold up.
No worries.
Understand, no cap in my capillaries. Ignore this is no ads for my
Okay, I'm hearing a song.
grass ain't greener wherever the past is buried.
Yeah, I've got Gold Laces going on.
Whip talk.
Hold up. Oh, there it go. I did it.
You don't be around hoes. Brick talk, but
Can you hear us now?
Yep.
Cool. Royce?
Oh, I was asking, when you're selecting beats, what are you looking for?
When I'm selecting beats, what now?
What are you looking for? Like what?
Oh, production.
Because I feel like you got a range of stuff on here.
My main thing is a feeling. I wish it was usually I want it to be a beat that I can move. I need like motion. So like I don't want to be fighting or competing with it, but I also don't want to like steal the light from it. So I kind of like open, kind of sparse production, like with just the right amount of certain sauces, I guess is the way to put it. Like the drums gotta have swing, but there's gotta be enough room. I don't like busy tracks. Like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like a complex simplicity, I guess, but it's just mostly a feeling. You just gotta feel like I can just swing in there, like I can just show up and like this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's got the accents, the horn accents, the drums are strong, but like it's not busy. It's more of a bed. you know, it give me that room to play with it.
The Sean,
I know that's like super ambiguous, but that's what.
That totally
man.
makes sense.
That's what it is.
I mean, this is Sean. This is Sean again, right?
Yeah, this is Sean. It's all Sean, man.
Yeah.
All Sean. He's super cold, man. Super talented guy.
Yeah.
Who has just been, I mean, he just knows what he's doing. Like, one of those kind of producers who just, like, knows, like, you could give him that same kind of ambiguous, weird description that I just gave. He's like, all right, cool. I look at my inbox and I'm like, oh, this is exactly what I was talking about. But I didn't feel like I was saying anything. But this is exactly what I was talking about.
That's dope, man. That's
for sure.
That's a good relationship to have.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the only other guy I have a relationship like that with is Conductor Williams. Formerly D. Will, but like me and Conductor Williams kind of had that. Forgive me. We have kind of
we all old men over here.
Say what?
I said we all old men over here.
I'm saying, man, getting old, man. But yeah, that's a lot of what it is. It's just symmetry, like energy, synergy, and just the right like understanding of what everyone's sensibilities are. You know?
Yeah.
Tethered to my village. Anchored by the Dillons, pot need sugar for his grits and cornbread for the skillet. Gallivant through the summer heat, smiles on the children. Drank out green hoses, street lights became the villain. Felt like a millionaire with cable and Sega channel. Plaguing in the attic, blue carpet peeling enamel. Mama promised God won't get.
You could have easily incorporated like these three songs into the record. Why did you choose to kind of separate them out?
I think with this song in particular, like Nowhere Part 3, like I kind of wanted it. It was kind of like the what's that called in the front of the book? Not the introduction, but like epilogue. Yeah, like it kind of covers so much that I didn't want it to. I don't know. I just didn't want it to clash with how much I was giving up in the actual album. So like we're coming up with the lead up plan, which I'm not even sure like those matter anymore. Like we were having this discussion about rollouts, you know, and it was like, man, we gotta have some kind of rollout, and then like our budget was what it was, so we had to get creative. And I was like, man, I personally of the belief that like music is the best rollout. Like I know like all of the other stuff is cool, like projecting your face on the side of a grocery store at 4 in the morning. Like I don't know, like that's cool, but like that's not my rollout. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not that famous, so I'm like I'm not famous enough to where like you're gonna show up to a movie and my face is just gonna appear in the middle of the trailer between Antlers and the new Buzz Lightyear flick. Like that's not something that's in my.
Roll by.
Yeah, like that's not
on a bus. Like.
Yeah, on my face on a bus. I didn't know Stik was dropping an album. Like that's not the situation I'm in. They'll be like, who's that asshole? Like that's what they gonna say. But so I was just like, let's just put out music, man. Like let's just come up with a way to, thematically roll this together with the music. So, but with that particular song, it had so many like very specific details. It was pretty intimate, you know. So I was like, that's a good place to start, you know, to kind of just warm people up to what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
you know, it's just pieces of who I am and what I'm trying to get across, and what I'm always just trying to get across. It seems.
Don't let them say they love me. They never knew that little boy in Kentucky. Got to Kansas, they used to call me ugly.
Man, it's another one of those gospel.
Yeah, man. Like I'm one of those. Like I said, my folks is from the deep south, man. Like they're from a small town called Dermont, Arkansas, which is like in the Mississippi Delta, like right on the like right there. Like Mississippi is like right over there. I think Greenville, Mississippi is like right on the other side of the Mississippi River.
Okay.
So like, for better or worse, man, I just got like my granny and I had my great granny alive for me when I was a kid, you know.
Okay.
And she played Mahalia Jackson and all of that stuff when she cleaning the house.
That's what's up.
You know, my granny played the Aretha Franklin, all her Aretha Franklin's gospel records. So it's like, it's just in me, it's inescapable. Even when it's just inescapable, the blues and gospel music is just part of my makeup. So I'm always attracted to those beats.
Man, that was super dope beat, man.
Yeah, and it had like that beat was wild to me because it just reminded me of like the Just Blaze era.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I was like, dang, man, what happened to Just Blaze? Like, remember when every beat had like that rolling snare at the beginning?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like everybody's beats, if it wasn't Just Blaze, Just Blaze. Like if it wasn't him, you were still waiting to hear Just Blaze. They had those stabs like boom, 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 just big. You know, all the joints were just big. They all felt huge. You know. Like, what happened to that? So when I heard that, I was like, yeah, I gotta hop on that, man.
Man,
hop on that.
Yeah, that.
So y'all just you sitting in the studio with him and he's playing these tracks for you?
Yeah. He there's a few of them he sent to me through the phone, which is a new thing for me. Again, aging myself, but like the whole thing used to be like, come through. You gotta hear this.
Yeah, right.
Y'all know me by now, man.
When can you come over? You got to hear this.
Yeah.
Now it's like, yo, check this email. And then I'm gonna play it through my speakers through my computer.
Yeah.
And it might be hard, but it's like, is it hard? I still say stuff like, let me give it a car test. I gotta throw it in the car. Like I gotta.
Yeah.
I'm from the let me burn a disc. Like, burn me a disc. Burn me 5 of them. 5 of those beats on there, burn them for me. You sitting there waiting.
And I will say, it's much
while it's
easier.
rendering.
Put it in your
from
phone
that era.
now, man. You just throw it in your phone, pop it in your car.
Yeah, they just throw it in your phone. Listen through the, you know what I'm saying? Listen through the speaker on your phone. It's like, I don't know if it's the same, you know? But yeah, he played the majority of them for me. Like, I was just sitting in there in the studio. And he's like a DJ. He's been DJing for years. And so like on some of those records you heard cuts, like he was really doing those for me. It was just like, yo, there's this MF Doom, like MF Doom had passed, and we were talking about it. He's like, yo, we gotta throw Doom on this one. It's got that kind of vibe to it. So he cutting Doom. So a lot of it was done organically, like in person, which is nice, especially like with the pandemic era and all that stuff. Like, it was nice to be able to like get in a room with an artist and collaborate with an artist on a one-on-one.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
For the youngest, just to pass the torch. I need more than half. It's like a bad divorce.
Which one is this? Hold on.
This feel like some throwback sticks.
This is Stik Figa.
Oh yeah.
Self-titled song.
This song has a funny history, man.
Tell us about it.
I'll tell you all about this song. So this beat is produced by Calvin Valentine, right? And Calvin Valentine is a cat who is very dope. And I was working on a project. What's a project? I was still signed to Mellow Music Group at the time, or I was still affiliated with them at the time. And they were putting together a compilation. I think it was called, it's the one with like all of the Asian, it's got like an Asian theme on the front. I can't think of the name of the project, but that's what they were working on before it had an album art or any of that. And He's like, yo, I gotta get a song from you for this project. And he sent me a bunch of beats from a bunch of different producers. And I was just in this space, cause like when I heard this guy's production, I'd heard he had done work with Illa J. He did a project with Illa J, J Dilla's little brother. And it was hard. And I was listening to his beats and I was like, yo, this is what I'm on. Like, this is my energy right now. This is how I feel. Like, so I just called it. I was like, this is the most Stik Figa thing that I've ever heard. Like, this is my theme music. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there is a movie where I come in, and if I'm like I don't know, I'd be an anti-hero. Like, I wouldn't save the day. Like, I would try to save. I'll be like Hancock. Like, I would save the day, but there would be collateral damage every time. So that's why when I hear this joint, I was like, yo, I always want to get on here and talk my talk, you know? And then it never made it to the project. I guess they said it didn't fit the sound, and then I didn't even like get fired or nothing. I just wasn't on Mellow no more. I don't know what happened, but the song had been just sitting on my hard drive forever, and I would just go back and listen to it like, man, this song dope. But you know, contracts, politics, and all that stuff. So I just forgot about it, and then it's so weird how this record came together, because this is on the Stik Figa EP, right? That's the one you're playing? Yeah, so I was like, my buddy from Topeka had come down to visit. He was here in Dallas, and we were hanging out, and he took this, I was like, he was in this really nice hotel, and I was like, we should take photos, because he's a photographer. And he was like, all right, cool. The album art is a picture of me with my homeboy's clothing brand, Pushers and Peddlers, right? So I'm sitting there with my legs crossed with a ski mask on. But he took the photo, and I was like, no, that's hard though. Like, I would wear this on a shirt. Like, this looks like the reinvention of me. Like, I want this to be, like, I had these grand ideas from just the artwork, like from the photo. And I was like, yo, put this song out. Like, I'm putting this song out with this artwork because I feel like it'll do something. Like, I feel like people will be struck by the image and by the music, you know. And so I hit up dude from Mellow and was like, man, can I put this song out, bro? Like, what are y'all doing with this song? And he was like, yeah, sure. I said, for real? He's like, yeah. I was like, do I need to pay you or anything? He's like, nah, producer's already been paid. I'm like, I could have been put this out. So I've been sitting on this
Do I
song.
need to pay you? Nah, man, you don't.
He's like, you know, in so many words, he was like, bro, we really don't care what you got going on. Do what you want, man. Like, it's not gonna. But that's why it's only on Bandcamp, because I'm still you know, politics, man, and stuff.
Yeah,
so I'll just put it out for fun with some other joints that I did for fun.
I tell you, no, you don't have to pay us, and then get a letter like, no, you need to pay us $1 million.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to avoid at all times. Like a citation, a petition, or whatever that says, oh yeah, Stik, by the way.
We saw you put this on Spotify.
Cease and desist order. Like, nah, bruh, I'm good. So, but that's the story. That's why that song's crazy, because I really love that song for a long time. I was like, dang, it's never coming out. Like, people are never gonna hear this song. And then I just got brave one day and said, nah, man, people gotta hear this mother.
Good for you, man.
I keep using the word hard. I can't find better descriptors, man. I apologize ahead of time for everybody listening.
Oh, man,
I really am articulate.
I'm like,
when it comes to music, I'm like,
hard, bro.
oh, it's hard. Like, I'm like, man, it's just when it comes to music, I just lose words, man. It's the strangest thing. Like you try to describe
I would pay
music.
for like a predictive thesaurus implant or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
kind of reads what you're thinking about. Like those
Yeah, like,
words. Like,
what
oh,
is hard? What do I mean? What am I trying to say? Yeah. You mean? Do you mean that it's aggressive? No, that's not exactly it. Like,
solid. Nah.
it's hard. The other one I always use is cold. Cold. Cold, ain't it? But it's not. It's not. It won't even be. It's not temperature. You know. It's a feeling. Well, cold. It's cold. So.
This be stoked too, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Which track is this?
Yeah, that was my attempt at like, this song is like, so my man Mike Hurst, dope producer, he's worked with G Watts and a couple other guys in the past, and I think he just was like, I have a beat special going on or something like that. I just wanted to rap, so I just got on there, and then I got into my country bag. You know, I got into my country bag. Been out here in Texas for a little bit. Next time y'all see me, I might have a whole Southwestern vibe. You know what I mean?
How long you been down there?
Say what?
How long you been in Texas?
I've been in Texas 3 and some change now. 3 years and some change.
You saying in Fort Worth?
Yeah. Fort Worth. Yeah, right. Fort Worth, the sleepy, boring cousin. It's weird because it's like, I feel like Topeka is to, what's that thing they used to do in school? Like, dog is to cat what horse is to pony. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like Topeka is to Kansas City, what Fort Worth is to Dallas. Like, because Fort Worth is like the unknown kind of laid back, uninteresting cousin of Dallas. Like, Dallas is where everything cool is happening, where all the you know what I mean? Yeah. So, but it's cool. You know, I got kids, so you start making them sort of choices.
How many kids?
Like, I'll be miserable, but it's a good school district. Like, I'll be bored, but like, those are sort of choices I'm making in life now. Like, but the schools, like, I'm not in school. Sometimes I'm like, I don't care about them kids. I want to have fun. I want to be downtown. How smart can you really be? Like, that's how smart can you be to where it's useful? They don't need to be that smart.
At some point, it's on you, man. At some point, it's on you.
Yeah, some of that's on you. Yeah. For
really
sure.
Care. It won't matter who your teacher is.
Yeah. I don't care. Diploma is a diploma is a diploma. What was that?
How many children do you have?
I have 2. I have a 14-year-old boy and a 9-year-old girl.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool kids. They keep me young, ain't that what they always say?
Yeah, they keep me young. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm glad I threw the EP on there because I thought, I mean, you've got great stories about it that I didn't know, of course, but like, I did kind of want to show like your catalog. There's kind of a lot of different styles of beats, you know, spread throughout, and you've kind of covered a lot of territory, I think, and I love East of MacVicar, but I wanted to throw in a little something different to kind of show that it's not all kind of that style.
Yeah, and it's a lot more out there. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's just the that's just where my palette is at those times. Right. You know, sometimes I wonder if I'm like, if it's to a detriment. Like, I think there's like a, what is it, like, business wise, people will tell you like it's better to just like be one thing across the board. Your
brand or whatever they call it.
Yeah, like people talk a lot about brands and, You know, like when you press play on a Jay-Z record, some coke will be sold. And like that's something that you can count on. Like people want people like a brand they can count on, you know? It's like, man, he gonna tell you about them bricks he lost. You're gonna press play and dope stories. Rick Ross, like same thing, like he's rich, like they know what they're gonna get, you know? And I don't know, as a fan of rap music, I was always more drawn to the artists that I couldn't predict what they were gonna do next. So, you know, the Outkast, and I mean even like the E40s and like just guys ODB, Devin the Dude, like those sort of artists always drew me in. Or like and the earliest time I felt that was when Pharcyde put out Bizarre Ride to the Far Side, and then they had the follow-up. And it wasn't what I expected, but I still liked it.
At all. Yeah.
At all. Because like when Bizarre Ride came, I was like, oh, this is all jokes and fun and like da-da-da-da-da. And then the next one came out, but it was still fun, but it was still like way more introspective and more going on. But I think that's the first time I noticed an artist like change their direction. Maybe Ice Cube a little bit too when I was a fan of Ice Cube. Ice Cube used to do something different each time too. But
man, that America's Most Wanted is still goes hard.
Yeah, it's so crazy. But like, yeah, just as a fan, I was like, man, I try to come up with new ways to do what I always do. So, and just different styles that you can get from different sources. You know, like different sounds you can get from different sources or wherever my mind is at. Like, I had a whole, like I feel like y'all can stop me anytime, but
No,
we're gonna keep.
I'm running.
We're gonna keep going.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, you good. I don't like, sometimes I feel like I'm rambling.
Hey everybody, this is Howie from the editing room. We did not cut Stik off. We talked for another half hour or so, and we're going to be bringing you the rest of that conversation in a couple of weeks. Next week we have a one-off episode with the January Lanterns, so stay tuned for that, and we'll finish up with Stik in 2 weeks. Later.
Wow.